Hi guys, it's me, Tiffany.
And Chris.
And we're back with another mukbang. Not just any mukbang.
What?
Today, we are doing a KFC mukbang. KFC, guys. So, we're going to go ahead and get a thumbnail and then get it in. Let me just fix this. There we go. I think you can see everything pretty well. This is the dessert. Cake. Chocolate chip cake. That's for after. That's for after, guys. So let me adjust this light a little bit because this is like... I think this happens to us all the time. All right, I think that's all right. So, anyways, I'm drinking Dr. Pepper here. And we're going to get it in. You can't see from the back, but there's chicken tenders. There is biscuits. There is chicken. And then I'm about to show you what's on the other side. There you go, guys. So there's mashed potatoes and gravy on each side and then a big pile of coleslaw. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get it in, get it in, get it in. Can you see that? Whoop, whoop. Yes. Okay. So, we are doing our winner tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, if you did the WAP Mukbang Challenge, make sure you're here in the live because we will be calling out our winner. Also, we will be calling out our winner on Facebook for our costume contest that we had for Halloween also. So, if you did not do that, you missed your chance. But don't be sad because we have another challenge coming out for you too. Now, there weren't that many people that did the WAP challenge, so the cash will be accordingly. We were hoping a lot more people would have jumped on the WAP challenge train and the money would have been much bigger than what it's going to be. But there weren't that many people. So the prize will be accordingly. I think there was like 4 people that did it. So make sure you're back here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to see that winner. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. So let's get it in. You have one right there. What?
Sauce.
It's right there. Get it.
Okay, well, I didn't want to
Get
reach
it.
over,
Get it.
Never know.
Boo Boo just got in off the road, so he is tired and he is hungry. He is hungry. Who wants some? Here's the first bite. Here is some coleslaw. They have the best, in my opinion. Now, I never tried the KFC sauce. I don't know if you guys have ever had the KFC sauce, so I don't know what it tastes like. Ugh. Well, it doesn't smell too appealing, so I don't know about that. I'm going to use a piece of this tender to try it out. I don't know. Here's what it looks like, guys. Doesn't look great, and it doesn't smell great. Tastes like something mixed with ketchup. I don't know what. But it's not good. Okay, so the KFC sauce is a no for me.
Do you want another piece of that or try anything else?
Yuck.
Chicken tender.
KFC sauce is a no for me. For sure. However, I will be eating my chicken with my ranch. Oh yeah.
Technical difficulties.
You know I got ranch on deck. Definitely. Faux show. Faux show. So, Boo Boo,
Yes.
how was this week's run?
Long.
Where'd you go? Where's the places you've been this week?
Ohio, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland,
Delaware.
Ohio,
Maryland.
Ohio, Maryland, Delaware, and Pennsylvania.
That's kind of cool.
In New Jersey, well, right on the edge of New Jersey. In New Jersey, but on the edge of New Jersey.
So, you've been out on the road, and, we usually don't leave politics on our page or anything that's too, argumentative. But so many other people are posting stuff about the polls and the election and whatnot. And the election is something that is very controversial right now. I don't know how much you really got to see or watch while being on the road, because you can't really be on your phone or you don't really have a lot of downtime. So besides sleeping. So what I want to ask you is, you did not vote this election year, correct? Because
No,
you were
I was
out
on
on
the
the
road.
road. And you didn't do early voting or anything like that. However, I did vote. But right now, there's controversial things that are going on right now. I'm not sure how much you know or you don't know. Biden was winning quite a few states, and then Trump took the lead, and Trump was winning by a lot in certain provisional electoral vote states. And then shortly after the polls had closed, there were a lot of mysterious mail-in ballots that were coming in. When I say mysterious, I don't mean I'm for one side or the other. I mean that these ballots were mysterious. And for that reason, I say it because there have been many people making statements on social media, etc., and I don't think they're lying because they actually had a woman that came forward and said she was given a Sharpie pen to color in her ballot. Now, you know as well as I do, if you use a Sharpie, your ballot is not counted.
Right.
So they had the governor of Nevada who said he personally, I think it was the governor, said he personally dealt with her himself, and he asked her if she wanted to correct the ballot, and she said no, et cetera, et cetera. So many people are coming forward now saying that they also were made to do their ballots with Sharpie pens. And apparently, when they were asked, because their vote was not counted, who did they vote for? It was said that they had voted for Trump. So there's all these votes that were for Trump that were not counted apparently because they were made to use Sharpies according to what party they were voting for. Because you know when you go into the polls, sometimes they ask you, are you Republican or Democrat, before they give you your paper for you to vote.
Right.
So when people were coming in and they were being asked, what party are you voting for? Or what party are you? And they said Republican, they were given Sharpies to fill out their ballots. Now, this is what I'm being told. I don't know, but it's coming from not false news. It's coming from very good sources. So, this is coming from the news. This is coming from, valid news stations.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello, Lisa. Welcome. So, this is what's being said, and I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's false. I don't like either one of them, to tell you the truth. I don't like Biden. I don't like Trump. And I'm just being in very bad shape. But I will say this. I do believe in a fair election. And from what I'm seeing, it does not seem like it's being a fair election.
Right.
I know that Biden supporters want Biden to win, and I get that. I know Trump supporters want Trump to win, and I get that. But straight down the line, it needs to be fair no matter what. There are people that are coming forward. I guess there's a website that you can look up and you can see this information. And people have been looking up their deceased relatives' names, and it's showing that they have voted. Now, some people are saying that they got absentee ballots in the mail and they went and voted in person. So what is to stop that person from getting a vote twice? That is very true. Mail-in ballots, that can happen. They can send you a ballot and you can go in and vote too. But they would never know that you mailed one in also if your mail-in was already not counted before you went in and actually voted, is what I meant to say. And I'll tell you, and I know this because before, not this year, they have sent me an absentee ballot and I went in to vote. And I said, well, they sent me a ballot, what do I do? And they said, well, just don't worry about it. But who's to say that I couldn't fill that out and send it in also? I could if I want to. But, of course, I didn't. And like I said, it wasn't this year. It was like maybe, I'll say like 5 years ago or something. And I don't think it was for a presidential election either. But they sent me a ballot and I went in to vote. So it is possible to cheat or to lie or, whatever. Lisa says, I agree. It's not good either way. Right. I feel like no matter what, either one is not fit to run this country. And I feel also like if Biden wins, that he won't be in office very long. They'll push him out. Harris will be in. And that will be even worse than Biden or Trump running America. Because she's definitely not fit to run America. So I just feel like no matter what, this is going to be an all-out war. You have Trumpsters that are, getting ready to riot and everything else because they're mad, as they should be. Because votes that are coming in after November 3rd should not be counted, period. Now, if they're postmarked by November 3rd, then yes, they should be counted. But Pennsylvania does not require postmarks on their ballots. So all these ballots that they're getting by mail after November 3rd, that's what people are upset about because these votes are counting and they shouldn't. Now, I feel like this. If you wanted to vote and you're in PA and PA doesn't require a postmark, there was early voting for a very long time before November 3rd. And then the day of. So I just feel like if you waited till the last minute, that was your own fault. But I do think it's suspect that when Trump was in the lead, all of a sudden, all these mail-in ballots arrived. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the mail-in ballots are not for anyone other than Biden only. Now, I think that would be believable if there was maybe some for Trump and maybe some for a third party. Kanye West was on the ballot too. If they're saying, okay, well, some are coming in and they're for Kanye and some are coming in for Trump, then I would believe it. But they're not saying that. They're saying that all the mail-in ballots are Democratic ballots. And I find that hard to believe. There are Republicans that voted by mail too.
Yeah.
A lot of them. I know a lot of people that are Republican and they voted by mail. I was going to vote by mail. And I'm normally Republican, but I'm not for Trump and I'm not for Biden. This year, I couldn't even decide who I wanted to vote for because they're both terrible. So, here's my question to you. Right now, this is going on, and Trump is going to take it to the Supreme Court. They're going to probably most likely do a recount with Republican observers to be in each place where the counts are going to be. They're going to check all of the votes, make sure they're valid, legit votes, make sure it's not from deceased people, and make sure that they're all postmarked by the 3rd, and so on and so forth.
Excuse me.
But here's my question to you. Do you think that Trump should just let it go and congratulate Biden like everybody's saying? Or do you think he should fight it?
Absolutely not. You should fight it. In politics, there's always good and ugly. But it should be a fair thing. Each person.
I want a fair shot. A bit quaky. I'm going to challenge it.
Naturally, there's always going to be people that like one or another. They're not going to they're going to say this and they're going to say that, but they still should have an equal chance to.
Right. People are saying oh, well, the Trumpsters are just crying and this and that. And then other people are saying, well, the Biden supporters are cheating and this and that. And they're saying, no, we're not. Listen, I don't know who's cheating, who's lying. All I'm saying is, I really do believe there should be a recount. I really do believe that they should have a Republican and a Democratic observer at each polling place that is being counted. Recount it, cut it down the line, see what those people should be locked up.
Yeah.
Because you don't mess around with the voting. That's just something you don't mess around with. Number one, it's, the government. And number two, you just don't do that. You just don't do that. You let it run. You let the people speak for who they want and what they want. And you let everybody have their voice. That's what voting is. Each person gets their voice to speak and say how they feel and who they want. And everybody has that right. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Chinese, Asian. It doesn't matter. Everybody has a voice, and that's why voting is the way it is. See, I don't have a problem with mail-in voting. What I do have a problem with is there's a lot of room for fraud with mail-in voting. Now, some people say, well, mail-in voting's been forever. Of course it has. Of course it has. But it was never like this. It was never, or November 4th or whatever day voting fell on. I mean, it seems like we're going to be going forever just to get a president. And I do feel like once Trump was in the lead, all this came about.
Yeah.
And he did warn people that this was going to happen. So it kind of seems like he's telling the truth, even though I don't like him. Hello, Justin and Liam. Welcome, honey. Welcome, 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 guys.
Well,
So, I don't know. If you have an opinion, I would like your opinion down in the comments. But I will say this. I don't want any rude comments. I don't want any Biden 2020 comments. I don't want any Trump 2020 comments. I don't care who you're for. I don't even really want to know. I just want to know, what is your opinion in a fair conversation of what is going on. That's it. I don't want anybody fighting in the comments. I don't want anything, dramatized. I want to have a healthy adult conversation about politics. And I just want everybody to give their thought in a nice adult way. That's all. So in the comments, let me know what you think and how you feel about all this. I mean, this is not no normal re-election for the people. This is just crazy. And I don't feel that this is going the way it should be going. So if I or Trump, if I was Trump, I would feel like there's something, suspect going on too. But I just, I know you didn't get to see a lot of the stuff, but I've been watching social media. And of course, I don't watch the false news. I only watch the real news stations and listen to what they're saying. And from what they're saying that Trump has a valid reason to be objecting. I really think this is all a big mess. Yes, it is. It really is. It's dividing so many people. I've seen people in my Facebook that are arguing and fighting against each other because one's a Biden supporter, one's a Trump supporter, and they're going back and forth and they're deleting people off channels and everything because of it. I mean, this election is really conquering, dividing America. This isn't about blue or red. This isn't about Democrat or Republic. This is about people coming together and, doing something for our nation as one. And this election is dividing the people even worse than what it already was. I mean, you've got people now, black people, and against Chinese people, and against, Latinas, and because, they voted for Biden, and I'm like, well, those same people have voted for Trump too. So I don't get it. Like, what are y'all fighting about? But it's a big mess. It is a big mess for sure. It is for sure a big mess. And I don't know, but
I mean, I've seen people say should say actors and things like that. People that are in the,
yeah. There's
if this person gets
people
elected,
from
then
Hollywood
I'm leaving
getting
the
in
country. I'm this, I'm that. It is what it is.
Yeah, they're saying they're gonna leave the country. They're saying all kinds of stuff. I'm like, oh my God, this is a hot mess.
See if that's all it takes, and maybe you should go. I mean,
which I'm sure it's not going to happen. I'm sure they're just saying that because, number one, if they left the country, you would see how many fans they would drop, and they would not be famous anymore.
yeah.
If they're a musician, people wouldn't buy their music no more. Their merchandise no more. So really, they would just be killing their career if they did that.
I find it funny. I've seen it advertised. You can go rent. They're there for so long. You can rent it like a room. You can actually go rent a room that's underground if you don't want to deal with all this stuff. I've heard all kinds of crazy
What?
stuff.
I'd be scared to be underground. What if you can't get out?
I guess it's
that ain't for me.
It's not crazy.
No, I'm claustrophobic. I'd have to get out of there quick.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but
No.
I mean, I pick up all kinds of radio stations from all over wherever I'm at, which is not
That's
far.
crazy. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I didn't hear that at all. Wow. Would you guys do that? Go rent a room for $50 underground for a night just to get away from all of this mess? I don't know about you, but I wouldn't. Wow. I didn't hear nothing about that.
I don't remember which one I was listening to. It's an actual.
I don't know. I did see this little island on Facebook. I don't know what it is, that you can rent $50 a night and go on your own little island. And I thought, man, that would be nice. $50 a night to rent an island. The whole island is yours. I said, you know how many of me and my friends could go there and we could all chip in on the $50 a night and we could stay forever. Wow. That's pretty crazy. I didn't hear about that, but the next subject that's been coming up is that if Biden does become president, everybody's saying that he's going to do lockdowns. Everybody's going to be forced by gun, military, to be locked down. What do you think about that?
I think you'll have a lot more problems than what we have right now.
Because the Trumpsters aren't going to just deal with it and take it laying down. You know what I'm saying? Trump tried to lock everyone down and put masks on us. And people didn't listen to him. What makes you think they're going to listen to the other guy?
Especially when they defund the police and everything else that he's. If they defund them, they'll be going to protect you then.
Right. If they defund the police, then what? Who protects you then? I mean, I know we have protection, but who protects the people who don't? That's another question. I don't know. It's a scary world. And it is just getting scarier.
And it's far from over. It's just beginning. So this is going to be a big thing. Whichever way it goes.
I mean, I don't care either way because I don't like either of them. But I do hope that whoever it is does the right things and takes care of America. Doesn't, worry about their own little paycheck and worries about the people. Takes care of us. So, I don't know. But we're going to go. I can't eat no more. And thank you all for joining us for a little chit chat in our KFC mukbang. I hope you all enjoyed it. And we will be back at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be back to join us for our announcement of our winner for our Wok Mukbang Challenge winner. And if you are still here in this part of the video, please drop a blue heart and a red heart so that I know that you made it this far to the end of the video. All right, guys. Until our next video, stay blessed, not stressed. Bye, guys.
Peace.